Hi everyone, Sandy here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to do my second project using the Echo Park My Favorite Winter paper collection. These are the scraps left over from my first project that I did. This is from my design team package that I received from Country Craft Creations. So for this project I'm going to do a double 12 by 12 scrapbook page layout. And I am going to use, I've taken two sheets. I think this blue will work really pretty. I started to use the navy, but I decided to go with the blue denim because I wanted a little bit brighter color here. And those for the background, for the base of the two pages, for the scrapbook pages. And then I also pulled out one sheet of the natural linen from Artisan Cardstock. These are Artisan Cardstock from Country Craft Creations that you can order online. And check to see if they still have this collection in stock. This is the Echo Park My Favorite Winter. If not, any fun winter collection would do. If that's what you want to work on, is a winter project or layout along with me. So I'm going to take a look at all my scraps and pieces and see what I can come up for a layout for this, and then I'll show you put it together. I decided to also add two pieces of the denim spectrum paper by Authentique that you can get from Country Craft Creations. It is stripe on the back and dots on the front. I'm going to use the dots, and I trimmed mine down to 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. So this is going to go on top of the solid cardstock underneath to make our layout. So I have all my mats cut and different elements that I want to use, so I will be sharing the measurements with you as I assemble that. So I'm going to start working on the first page that I will probably use on the left, and then we'll do the one on the right for our double 12 by 12 layout spread. So I have all my pieces laying out here on the side that I pre-cut, but I will give you the instructions. And as you can see, this is 12 by 12 in the denim solid blue Artisan Cardstock, and then I cut the spectrum dots from Authentique down to 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. So that gives you about 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. And I'm going to flip it over and use my art glitter glue to quickly put glue down and glue this layer down onto the 12 by 12 page for this layout. Okay, so carefully place it down and get about the same amount of border all the way around top and bottom. And I'm going to burnish that down with my hands because it's a big area, and then take my bone folder and burnish that. Okay, so from some of my scraps of paper, I cut out I had a 12-inch wide, so this is 12 inches wide. And your scraps may be different that you have, or you may be using the actual full-size sheets. So this is 1 3/4. This is going to go over the border blue right here, right up to the edge. And I also added the Winter Fun sticker from the sticker sheet. So I'm going to put this down. Then I will give you the measurements of the rest of the photo mats and the mats for the photo mats, and the decorative pieces that I made. Turn this the correct way. And I am going to drop this down just a little bit from the top because I like the dot to be also showing. And make sure they are about the same distance at the top here. Okay. Pick it up and look at it really well. Make sure. Okay, there we go. I'm going to burnish that down. So that's the top border edge on that one. And so let me give you the measurements of what I cut out. I'm going to have big photo mats. These are going to be for 4 by 5 photos. So I have here the patterns. I have for this page, I cut 2 that are 4 1/4 wide by 5 1/4 tall of the pattern paper, and then I cut 2 out of the linen that are, excuse me, these are the 4 1/4 by 5 1/4, and these are a little bit bigger at 4 1/2 by 5 1/2. So I had that wrong. So these are going to go on top like this. Then I have the smaller one. I have a smaller mat. It's 3 1/2 by 4 1/2, and then this patterned one is, let's see, 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. Let me double check that. Yes, 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. So this one's going to mat on top of this. So there's the 3 mats for photos. So this is for smaller photos. Then I also cut out squares out of the natural linen color cardstock. I cut 3 of these for this page. So the same is going to be on the other page as well. But 3 of these, the linen ivory cardstock. I have a 1 1/2 inch by 1 1/2 inch, and then the pattern paper is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. And then I added stickers. So whatever you have, stickers that you like. I've got the puppy dog, loads of winter fun with a snowflake, and frosty with a snowflake. So that's going to go on this page. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to glue this mat, and I did ink all of my pattern paper. And I used Potions by Prima with color Philosophy. This one needs just a little bit more right there. So I did ink all my edges there. So I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to glue the solid cardstock down onto the pattern paper to make the photo mats. Okay, so there those are. Let's see how we want to lay these out. So I think I want these the same direction. It's going to go like this, and this is going to turn opposite way. And these 3 little squares I'm going to put here at the bottom, like in this arrangement like this. Straight, these 2 turned maybe like that. Drop this down some. So this is a really simple layout, but it's made for good size photos. So I'm going to go ahead and put these down. And I decided to turn this one as a horizontal photo mat as well to make it fit on the page. So you may want to wait and turn yours the way you need it for your pictures. So it's really easy. These will turn either direction. And then these little squares, I'm going to put this last one on first. Okay, so that turned out really cute. It's very simple. It's flat. Excuse me. If you like thick elements on your layouts, you could certainly do that. I think for this double page layout, I'm going to keep it flat so that it can go inside plastic sleeves of an album. But if you like the thicker things, you could add dimensional snowflakes and flowers, ribbon. I have done that on some of mine in the past. Now I did cut out some snowflakes out of my, some dies. So I have 2 blue and 6 of the red color. This is punched from the a scrap of paper from the collection. So it's light blue on the back, and then it's red on the other side, and then we have the blue and the brown. So I think I'm going to use the blue and save some of these for the other page. So I'm just going to decide if I want to put them here, and I may want to cut a banner or something for this page. So let's take a look at these, where they would show up the best. And I like that there, but you have to leave it up a little bit so that you can tuck a photo under it. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on these 3 points of the snowflake and just hold them down and wipe it off. Now, art glitter glue does dry clear, so don't worry about when it oozes out. So you just take a dry cloth. I'm using a shop towel here that I have, and you just kind of press on it and get that excess glue where it's really thick. So there's the blue one on that one. And then I think maybe we'll put one here. And again, just on kind of half of it on one side, so that it holds it on, but that you can tuck your photo in, kind of like that. Fine frame, whoops, so let me move that up. So I've just glued it here on this corner, and I'm pressing up that excess glue. So it's there in the corner. And then, that's the blue one, that's that? The light blue. Leave that one over there for the other page. So this could be a light blue, and it would show up right here. Maybe at the top. So I'm just going to again put glue a little bit on just one side and lay it right there and press it in. So there's those snowflakes like that. And I've got the little squares down here, and then I'm going to look in my scraps and see if maybe I can cut out a banner for up in this area. So I've used 3 snowflakes. That leaves those 3. So I actually have another one. And I'm going to put it right here on the bottom, and I can glue the whole snowflake on. And I just kind of, instead of squeezing out the glue, I have glue on my tip, I'm just kind of tapping it on there. And then we're just going to attach it right here. So we have one that's a sticker, and then one that's the die cut, like that. So I'm going to check for some scraps and make a little banner or some other little decorative element for right here. I cut a strip from scrap out of the navy blue with the snowflakes. It's 3/4 wide, or tall, 3/4 tall by 5 inches. And to make a banner, I've inked the edges. To make a banner, you're just going to make a cut about 3/4, ½ inch, 3/4 in the center, and then from the corner, bottom corner, up to the end of that cut, and then the other way as well. So that makes, if you don't have a punch, I think I have a punch somewhere, but I don't have it this size, so this is what I wanted for this. So this is going to go just about right here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down, and I'll make one also for the other side. Actually, I've already made it, but I will show you putting it on. So we got this one here. Here this goes. That's right there. So I'm going to line it up, center. So we have a banner here. Now I'm going to bling this up just a little bit because this will still go under the plastic sleeve, these rhinestones. And I'm going to put a rhinestone in the center of each snowflake that I've added. This just kind of adds a little bit of sparkle to it. So decide which size I want. I think this one. Even though it has sticky on the back of the rhinestones, I'm going to go ahead and use glue. So you want to use some glue to make sure they're secured. Down, I'm going to use a smaller one on this snowflake. Down here on the bottom, this small one. Okay, there's those. I'll look on the sticker sheet and see what we have, if there's anything else I want to use on the banner. So I don't know. Winter fun. I think maybe I'll just use some rhinestones. So like a row of 3, like 1, 2, 3. I'll use the bigger ones perhaps. Okay, make sure they're kind of lined up about the same. So there's the rhinestones there and on the snowflakes. And I'm going to consider this layout side done. The other one's going to be done exactly the same. It's got a different saying. The mats may be turned a different way. I don't know yet, but I'll go ahead and get ready to work on that part. Okay, so we're ready to make the second part of this double layout. I have the denim cardstock by Artisan Cardstock by Country Craft Creations. I have the authentic denim spectrum paper that's going to glue down right here on top of this one. So let me grab my glue, and again I'm just going to quickly apply glue to the back. Glue is wanting to clog up on me, but I think I got it going good enough. So this is going to go again with about an 1/8 inch border on all 4 sides. So get it straight on there. This one has the same strip here that is 12 inches wide by 1 3/4 tall from the scraps. Or if you're using a full set of your collection, you can select whatever you want to use. So I'm going to lay my first one down so I can line these up pretty close. So let's take our glue. I used the bundled up sticker from the collection sheet. So we're going to line this up pretty close to the same position. Now let's make sure it is straight right there. And then we have the banner, which I cut the same way as the other one, out of the same paper, the navy blue with the snowflakes. And again, I've inked all my papers so off camera. So the same distance apart from the edge, and right there like that. So I'll add the rhinestones later. Now let's lay out all our other components. Now the difference I did on this one, this is a pattern paper mat. It's the red. This is the background mat, 4.5 by 5.5. The linen, natural linen, artisan cardstock is 4.25 by 5.25. And then I cut out one of the cut aparts. You can choose whatever you want to use. I like snowman, winter, hot cocoa, sweater, and happiness. So I cut this one down to 4 inches wide by 5. So that will probably go down here. And these other mats, I need to get these assembled. These are the smaller one. You have one smaller one and one bigger one. The two background ones are the same as this bigger one. So this one, you would cut it 4.5 by 5.5, 4.25 by 5.25. That goes on that one. And then this piece is 3.75 by 4.75, 3.5 by 4.5 for those. So those are going to glue together. And again, I have my little rectangles that are 1.75. So the bigger piece is 1.75, the pattern paper. The linen cardstock is 1.5 square. And then I added the stickers to these. So these are going to go on here also. So let's glue these down onto the mats first. So with a double layout, scrapbook layout, I kind of like to mirror the two, but yet have them different. Like maybe the mats are a different direction and different papers. Some are the same. It just depends on what I want to do. So this side will have 2 photos and just the one saying, whereas this one will have places for 3 photos. So you can change it up to accommodate how many photos you need to put on there. Oh, you know what I did? I put it on the wrong back of the wrong one, so let's wipe some of this off. We'll end up putting glue on it, but not yet. Okay, so I'll wipe that off so I can put my mat on the front. You never goof up, do you? I do a lot. Sometimes it's so bad I may not show it on camera. So here, let's put this on here. That looks good. So now we have these mats done. And like I said, I think this one will go here. This one here. And then this up in here. Okay, we're going to put that up in there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. This has been a really fun paper collection. I haven't checked yet to make sure that it's still available. It's taken me a while to work with this. I've had it for, I would say maybe 6 weeks that I've been working. Before Christmas. I received it before Christmas. So I do hope that it's still available in the store online at countrycraftcreations.com. If not, then any collection paper would work. So this is going to be just a little bit, it fits, but there's not much margin in there, but I think I'll be okay with that. If you want more margin, you can trim this down. So I may trim this down real quick with my trimmer, just the tiniest bit. all four sides. Turned it down just about a 1/16 of an inch off of each edge, just to make it a little bit smaller, so that it has a little, tiny bit of space between that one cut apart mat here. So I'm going to lay it right up in here. So you see I've got some space around it now. So that works out. And this bigger one goes here. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put the snowflakes and the rhinestones on. Kind of looking to make sure that it's not, it doesn't have to be exact, but pretty close to what I had before. Burnish that down. And then now we have our little squares here that have the stickers on them. So I'm going to put this one down first. This one goes on straight. And then the last one. Okay, so now we're ready for the snowflakes. So I'm going to put this big one here over here on the left. Right there. And the blue one on the inside here. And let's see here, this red one's going to go right here, so it can just be glued down. Since it's not a picture there, so I'm just gonna kind of put it right there. And then this last one's going to go again in the middle. Also, that one has one there. I'm going to put it at the top on this one. Right, like that. So now we're ready for the rhinestones. And these layouts will be done and ready for some pictures. Not that I will have many opportunities for snow. We don't get snow much here in Texas, but my husband and I don't go skiing, so we don't go anywhere in the winter, but sometimes we have snow and then we have snow pictures. So this layout will be ready for that opportunity when that pops up. Okay, there it is, the right side of the double page 12 by 12 layout. See if we can zoom out some. You see all the rest of my workstation, but there's the right side one, and there's the left, so they would go in an album facing each other like that. Okay, so that was a lot of fun, and it's pretty easy. So I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure you check out countrycraftcreations.com for your crafting supply. As I said, if this one is no longer available, check for other winter projects Or you could use this as an idea for a different occasion, Valentine, Easter, birthday, whatever you need a layout for. So you could do this similar with just different papers. So thanks again for watching, and check back. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell so you'll be notified when my next tutorial is ready. Thanks. Bye-bye.